like every other day nowadays, man. Bouncers in a madness, man. I don't understand why so much people got. But at the same time, some of his things, yeah, he has kind of treated people out. And some is uncalled for. You get me? To a point, like with the Vic Santoro thing, he kind of did call out Vic and put Vic in a position where Vic's gonna respond. But with the who else? With the ambush thing as well, he kind of did call out ambush. You know what I'm saying? And ambush responded. But with this one with Crazy Titch now, really it weren't called for. That was the so when this back and forth now, Bounce was basically on the defensive. So I can give him that still, but like bounce on here, man. He's just giving out game. If people ain't soaking up the game, then that's on them. But I see Bouncer giving out a lot of game and he's being helpful. He's being helpful, and if you're listening, you can definitely take heed to some of the things he's saying. But yeah, this Crazy Titch thing, man. Let's get into it first. It all started from this.
Everyone else is undoing, but the game is shifting now. Yeah, the personal branding thing is the power. The personality is the.
Wait, this is what it says. Look, Bouncer is one of the most powerful individuals in UK urban culture right now, which I believe is true. So Bouncer is kind of like DJ Academics right now.
The power. Yeah. I don't have to chase anybody no more. I'm in a place where like it's like I'm building my own motion and I am the motion. Do you get what I'm saying? Where it's to the point where like.
Shout out Major Finch as well, because that's exactly what I'm on. I'm trying to build my own motion and be my. When you know what I'm saying, you gotta add value. If you want to be in big circles, you've got to add value to the circles that you're gonna be in. You can't just be around the circles and just leeching off no one. Nah, I definitely, my mentality is not like that. My whole thing is, yo, if you ain't useful, you're useless. So I've got to make myself of use to be around a group of people that are on the same path that I'm on. As in, like one day sitting in this room here, but I can't just go and sit in this room right now. I've got no credentials to go and sit in this room with these lot. These are all more or less got platforms and that and built up their brand. You know, maybe one day I'll be in the room there, but I've got to put in that work first and foremost. So when we made you think saying, I'm building up my own motion, I am the motion, I agree with him. That's exactly how I used to be when I was on the road. Like, yo, I gotta have my own motion. People will holler at me then.
Other people want to be involved in what man's got going. I think that's the direction you've got to start thinking now, because it's like we're in a time when now people. DDG is more powerful than a lot of rappers. Obviously, DDGs are the biggest. Obviously, I'm not saying man's DDG or anyone's DDG, but the point I'm saying is, you can build the motion. You are the motion. 100%. You are your own entity now.
Bounce is the most spoken about person in the industry right now.
Yeah, the game's changed. Yeah, the game's changed, isn't it? The game's
the most. He's one of the most. He's one of the most powerful people in the game right now. Bouncer can say your name and you can have a bad day. Bouncer can say your name, you can have a good day.
But also, I think there's a lot of young players that are not mentioned, bro. There's a lot of young, powerful players.
Everyone else is.
But that's hear what man is saying. Hear what Take Risks is saying as well. Bouncer is one of the powerful people. You can say your name, you can have a bad day. You can say your name and you can have a good day. And then from that, this is how it all transpired with the Bounce. I'm just giving you the backstory. You get me? This is how it all transpired with Bounce and Crazy Titch. So now Crazy Titch, I don't know, he must have seen that, and Crazy Titch has gone and put up this on his story. In today's world, a person who's openly says he snitched, the blogs are calling the voice of the streets. I don't push the street life, as I know it's rubbish, but you donuts are taking this too far. Stop the cap. Oh, the game's changed. Yes, it has. The dorks are in control. Dorks enjoy. You won't be at the wheel for much longer. Now, I'm just going to say this here. He's clearly taken a shot at Bouncer, yeah? But they did not call Bouncer the voice of the streets. They said Bouncer is a powerful influence in the UK urban culture. There's a difference between being the voice of the streets and the urban UK culture. You know what I'm saying? there's people like I don't know, Trap Law Ross is kind of, when it comes to documents on the street urban culture, Trap Law Ross is up there. His documents are the most detailed. Trap Law Ross is the best at that. You get me? It don't matter. It don't mean you've got to be a street guy. I think Crazy Titch just got kind of mixed up because they didn't say Bounce was the voice of the streets at all there. You know what I'm saying? So got a bit mixed up. So then Bounce has obviously seen that now, and this is Bounce's response to Crazy Titch. As you can see, he's titled it "My Response to Crazy Titch." I'm not gonna play all of it because it's like 14, 15 minutes long. I'm just gonna go through a few bits of what Bounce is saying.
Ecosystem, bro. You're in jail 20 years. You're still talking about the streets. You need to evolve, my brother. You need to evolve. Man's talking about the culture. The culture is not the streets, bro. The culture is not the streets, bro.
See, that's exactly what I said as well. Like, no one did say the streets. My man, they said the urban culture. That's where Titch is wrong. No one said Bounce is the voice of the streets.
You get me? And this is where we need to kind of talk about things, bro. I understand, look, you went to jail, joint enterprise, you get me? You was actually the person that did not do nothing and you're spending 30 years.
That's crazy as well. You didn't do nothing, you got 30 years in jail, man. Might as well have did something.
Of your life in jail and you want justice. I understand, joint enterprise, I got young G's, I get it, bro. You get me? But, bro, you see when you're bitter, you've done the same thing when Giggs was trying to explain the difference between the rap game and grime and whatnot, and you started talking about I'm not from the streets, and now you've done the same.
If you didn't know, yeah, when Giggs, remember I got the video of Giggs talking about the grime MCs ain't really gangsters and that like that. Crazy Titch had something to say about that. One thing I will say, Crazy Titch, yeah, Crazy Titch is, like, he was one of the grime MCs that was actually about that life. That's one thing, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people say that grime MCs ain't really about that life. Crazy Titch definitely was. I remember seeing Crazy Titch up Milton Keynes in like 2005. This is just before I went to the pen, like a few weeks before I went to the pen. I seen Crazy Titch up there. We was up there deep. Yeah, I remember seeing him outside the club. He's like, "Bro, you man are deep, bro." You get me? I remember that was the last time. And then obviously I went to the pen. I didn't even realize that, like, late through my sentence, that's when I found out that Crazy Titch got locked up for M. I didn't even know. You get me?
Same game here, bro. Let me kind of break something down to you, bro. No one thinks you're a legend, bro, for what you've been in. And I want to break down to all the road youths or the street.
One thing I will say there as well about saying that no one thinks he's a legend. If you don't think it, that's up for debate if Crazy Titch was a legend for grime, but he definitely was one of the forefathers, and he was like the original bad boy for grime. Who else was the original bad boy for grime? Like mainstream. I remember Titch clashing with Dizzy Rascal before Dizzy Rascal got big and everything, and he was gonna pop up in that wherever there was battling at, wherever there was MCing at. Crazy Titch has always been on it. Crazy Titch was on it, and Gets was on it, but Crazy Titch seemed to me more like he was more on it. So if man don't want to say he's a legend in grime, you gotta at least say he's like one of the forefathers.
Street guys, and this, look, bro, there's between 67 and 68 million people inside the UK. That's it. And you know how much our culture, black culture, by the way, when I say culture, it's different, but do you know how much black people add to that? Between 3 to 4%, between 2 to 2.7 million people. That's what we add to the 67, 68 million people. Do you understand? Bro, do you know what the streets adds to that? They say that there's a statistics of 70,000 gang members, bro. I like to say there's a lot less of actually road youths. Bro, no one cares, bro. We need to evolve. You see my content, bro? My content appeals for normal people. It appeals for normal people. I don't speak for the streets, bro. But yes, bro, I was from the streets. So, bro, here's my thing.
that's what I want my content to be as well. I don't just want. I'm not really. My content ain't street based. It's just like urban news and urban culture, all that kind of stuff as well. So when Bouncer say at this point here, people say stuff about Bouncer say, oh, because he's gonna keep getting that word thrown at him every time. Snitch, snitch, snitch. Bouncer's at this point here, he's not doing anything that's street. You get me? He's not doing anything that's street. People can say, oh yeah, he's admitted that he made a mistake and whatnot. So just admitting you made a mistake, yeah, he's gonna have people like, see, rare. So that's the stain that he's always gonna have to live with. Anytime he gets in argument with someone, they're gonna say it. They're gonna say it. He's gonna keep getting it thrown at him, but he's at a point where he's not involved in no street activity right now. He's in the industry. This is the industry. Do you know what I'm saying? So it's not like he's outside trying to run blocks and getting beef and whatnot to where man will be like, oh, but yeah, he told so. You know what I'm saying? This is not the streets. The internet is not the streets. Yeah, there is some things on the internet that is of the streets, yeah. And the internet can lead to beef in the streets. But what Bounce is saying is it's not in the streets right anymore.
Bro, like, don't, like, I'm trying my best to be very transparent and word things correctly, you get me? Because for me, it's like, oh yeah, boom, I don't want to just come on here and man's talking about at the wheel for so long. Bro, embarrass me, bro. The whole world embarrassing me, bro. Say what you're going to say, bro. But here's what, bro. You're in that place trying to get out, bro. Focus on that. Don't see something and be like, and be bitter. Because all I've done, bro, is come home and do positive stuff, bro. Name someone, bro, that you've changed their life, bro. Name someone that you've changed their life.
That's what I say about Bouncer. Bouncer is a legend before our eyes, but when are we going to give Bouncer his flowers? Because Bouncer deserves flowers already. We ain't really seen no one in his position do what he do. Come out, manage, dig that, get big hits, and start up his own thing, wicked and bad, move to a Dubai. Now he's on the internet doing his thing. You know what I'm saying? And I have to give Bouncer his flowers. Like, this is nothing to do with shit. This is all legit stuff he's doing. Now, I could understand when man want to throw around that word, where if he's involved in street shit, then people will be like, right, you can't do that. That's another story. Let me get into one other part.
Bro, like, do you focus on coming out, bro? You still got a long time to come out. Focus on coming out. And bro, I'm a direct person, so I'm gonna be direct. I've definitely voice noted you this morning with energy, bro, telling you like, bro, if you're gonna if you're gonna send indirects, mention my name, bro. You get me? If you're gonna send indirects, mention my name, bro, because guess what? I'm from your world. You get me? I've been into jail. I've done 10 years in jail. And however people want to kind of rewrite history, I done 10 years in jail and walked out with no scars. I've done 10 years in jail and supplied most of the jail. I've done 10 years in jail and was very loved in jail. I've done 10 years in jail and got it cracking. I've done 10 years. Do you know what I mean? It's all that low vibration. So when you're doing video, like, oh, a lot of people could do my thing and they wouldn't be here. Bro, who cares? The kids don't care, bro. The kids don't even know who you are, bro. Only people man's age, because you're that person that man used to see online that used to do the grime thing and you was really good and you had the you was good at the hyper stuff. You get me? And obviously it was unfortunate that actually you got a 30-year minimum for something that you actually didn't do, and because of joint enterprise, and you've been fighting, and it's the statistics, and this is what happens in UK culture. But stop pushing, bro. Stop pushing that low vibration stuff, bro, because no one's not trying to push that. We're trying to make our youth, bro, go down the route of positivity. Like, just
I'm gonna leave it there because that's more or less the important parts. You know what I'm saying? But my opinion is like, yo, I salute Bouncer because Bouncer's making big moves. Bouncer's making big moves, and in a few years' time, I think we realise how big these moves that Bouncer are making. Like I've got like a 2-year plan in this as well. I'm trying to get to this level where Bouncer is now. Bounce on what, 51K. It's probably gonna take me 2 years or something to get to that level. If I get there, you know what I'm saying? But with consistency and that, I can see it coming. You know what I'm saying? By the time I get to where Bounce is now, he's gonna be up there where somewhere else is. He's probably gonna be on No Jumper and that scene with Chapel Ross and Academics and them, man, linking up with them. He's already kind of linked with. They've already got like the 3-headed monster, him, Tanks, and Trapdoor Ross. You see them on you see them doing lives and that together. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get in that circle too as well. So yeah, shout out Bouncer, man. It's a shame because people are always gonna try and throw that one thing at him. I'm not gonna get into all that because that's another politic. But yeah, people are always gonna try and throw that at him. But right now, he's just doing a legit business, and he's trying to inspire people and help people. Mate, I know there's some people that just don't like him. But you're always gonna get people that don't like you in this team, and that's just one of them things, man. Not everybody's gonna like what you're doing. Definitely not. Right now, my team's quiet, but if I get to this level, there's gonna be people that don't like what I'm doing as well. I'm ready for it. Like I'm expecting it. So if I hear some bullshit, I won't be like, oh. I'll be like, shh. I'll be like, yeah, I've seen it coming. Let me know what you lot think about this whole Bouncer crazy Titch situation anyway. Give me your thoughts and opinions down in the comments, man. Watching this video, subscribe to my channel. I'm nearly on 500 subscribers, so if you're watching this, like the thing, turn up my subscribers, people. It don't cost you nothing to press that button. Yeah, I'm out over Sex World.
I done sold all this dope for years just to become a YouTuber. Shit fucked up, y'all.